Annyeonghaseyo, it's me Sheryl again, and you are now tuning in to Travel Wonders on the Road. I have returned to Seoul after 5 days out in the countryside and coming to almost to the end of my vacation. So right now I'm going to do a hike along the city walls of Seoul. Where am I standing right now is at the top of Naksan, which is one of the 4 main mountains surrounding the city of Seoul. It is one of the shortest hill among 4 of them. And before I start my walk, I'm going to show you how beautiful this area is, especially where you have this urbanization combining with the natural landscape in the city. Okay, just give me a second. I'm going to bring out my camera. So you can see behind me is the wall city, which will lead down to the city center, and surrounding the whole of this wall city is about 18.6 kilometers long, surrounding the entire city center of Seoul. So the wall meters is about 5 to 8 meters tall, and in order to do the whole loop hike, it will take you probably a day. All right, yeah. So now I'm going to switch my camera around to show you the beautiful scenery. Okay, this morning it was a very cloudy day, and then very fortunately the sun has decided to come out, and I'm sure the hike is going to be wonderful. The temperature now is around 9 degrees, so it will make the walks really memorable. And one of the highlights of Naksan here is that if you come in the evening, the night view or the scenery here will be fabulous, with lights lighting up of the building as well as along the wall. So you can see that the wall is still very much well maintained, because it has been constantly been restoring ever since it was built in the 14th century. So this is one of the very popular urban hikes that everyone can do when you visit Seoul, right? Hi baby. Yes, I think this is really one of the best place to come here to date, or probably like if this is your first date. Yeah, but of course you must make sure that the other half will enjoy walk, or at least in comfortable shoes. So along the trail you will be able to see a storyboard like this to tell you more about some of the history of the place that you will walk past. Right, as you can see that though, initially I thought I could probably just overlook the wall. Then I realized that, hey Sheryl, you are not so tall. So as I walk closer, you can see that the height of the wall is above me. I wanted to show you what I can overlook. Perhaps I walk a little bit downwards. All right, just in front of me, in front of me right now is Dongdaemun. Right. You can easily, if you are staying in Dongdaemun or even in Namdaemun, you can easily walk up this trail, the wall city, very easily. It's divided into about 5 to 6 sections along the 18.6 kilometer route. Yeah, so you don't have to do the whole stretch. You can do it in smaller sections, and then you can get out at any point in time if you get too tired. All right, so for me, because my time is pretty stretched. There are a lot of self-agenda I have for the day, so I would not be able to do a very long trek. So what I'm going to do is to take a walk down to where I live for the next 2 nights, or for the next 1 night, Dongdaemun. And then the walk is about, I think, 2.1 kilometers. Not that bad. Initially I wanted to walk up and then get to the other gate, but then my guide is so nice that he insists he's going to send me up in his car, and I feel bad to reject him. So he has helped me to fast track my hike today to only 2.1 kilometers. I'm not complaining, right? It means I have more time to spend to do some shopping. You can tell me if there's anything I can help you to get, but there is no guarantee because luggage space is a constraint. Right, let me see who is here with me. Hi Sunny. Must go at night, huh? Don't get exposed. Don't get exposed of what? Sunny, what do you mean by don't get exposed? Yeah. So now I'm walking downhill. So a lot of people will come here for their daily walks, especially the seniors. And because today is still a weekday, and probably because it's already is it 11 o'clock? Let me look at my watch. Yes, it's almost coming to noon, so most of the people has already done their morning walk. So you can see that there is hardly anybody around. So it's good for me as a tourist. I think it's good for us as we avoid the peak hour, or the local peak hour of the people here, and I can truly enjoy myself thoroughly without the crowds. Okay, and then at every checkpoint or along the entire route, there will always be washroom right in front of you here. That is the washroom. And at certain strategic location, you will also be able to find many cafes. Okay, my guide told me that there are cafes as I begin to walk down the wall hill. I haven't come across any one of the cafes yet, but if I do come across, I am very sure I will want to make a stop, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy the tranquility around the area. Okay, so now I am going to switch to the front again. In front of you, if you can see the tower, that is Naksan, the Seoul Tower. And then on the what is this, left hand side, okay, here where my finger is pointing is the Dongdaemun Plaza, known as DPP or DDP, sorry, it should be DDP. Okay, that is the cultural center, and that is also where the place of the wholesale market. Apparently some of my trade colleagues has already started their shopping yesterday because most of the shops in Dongdaemun are open from 10 p.m. until 4 a.m. You heard me correctly. It's 10 p.m. in the evening until 4 a.m. in the morning. Right? I love cafe in Korea. Yes, I also love all their cafes. Right? There are so many cafes over here in Korea, and every one of them are uniquely designed in their own styles. so you will hardly find most of the locally run cafes. Very difficult to find them in very similar design, unless it is one of those bigger chains one. Right? Let me show you. I think this is cherry blossoms tree. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. If any one of you who is watching the broadcast now, you can tell me if this is the cherry blossom trees. I honestly believe and trust myself that this is. So you can see that the flowers is about to blossom. Right, according to the locals here, the cherry trees are going to blossom in another 2 more weeks. So you can imagine how beautiful the wall city is going to be when the flowers begin to bloom. Yeah, so I'm going to continue my walk down. Yeah, the trees are budding. Yes, so we are very lucky yesterday when we are at the temple, one of the oldest temple in South Korea, and we are so fortunate to see that the cherry blossoms have already started to flower. Right, if you have watched our midweek chatter with Wonder Girls yesterday evening, we have shown the flowers and it's so pretty. In Korea, the cherry blossom or the flowers are in white color, pure white color. Very, very pretty. Okay. Right. Let me see what else I can show you. Right, today I learned a very interesting fact from our guide as we are on our way to go and get our supervised PCR or ART test this morning, because I'm coming back tomorrow. So we need, according to Singapore's entry requirement, we need to have a supervised PCR or ART done within 48 hours prior to our flight departure. So this morning we all went to a test center to get our specimen to be ready for testing. So along the way, our guide was sharing with us that in Korea, the richer you go, the lower you live. All right, you will stay, or your residence will be as close as to the river. So the lower income will stay further up away, up in the mountains. Whereas in many parts of the world, this is the opposite, right? The richer you are, the higher you will stay. Okay, so when we are driving past along the highway, we see a lot of houses on the rooftop. Okay, it looks something like this. Okay, because 80% of the landscape in Korea is covered in mountains, so the country itself is not flat. Definitely it's not flat. And then as you travel around, so you will see a lot of urban development built on the hills. Okay, it looks like this. And then somewhere afar, as you get closer to the city center, then you will get to see a lot of high-rise building. So the city is very much well balanced with the urban landscape, as well as a lot of the historical, cultural architectures are still being restored or preserved, so that it remains a legacy behind for the later generation. And it also gives us a very good feel of urbanization, as well as any time if you need to escape to the nature. There are a lot of parks there are a lot of walks that we can embark on. Alright, okay, alright. I'm so sorry, my hand is getting a little bit tired from holding the gimbal, and also I'm going to concentrate to enjoy the scenery as I walk down the trail. So I'm going to end the live broadcast here today. So I will see you back in Singapore, and if you have any questions you would like to ask us, Travel Wonder, the Wonder Girls, please feel free to put it on the comments, and then I will try to give you my answers as soon as I can. Alright, thank you for joining me. Okay, this is Sheryl, broadcasting live in the city of Seoul at Naksan Park. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Is this sunny? Yes. Before I could board the flight, I hope that I will clear the test today. I will know the results by 12 p.m. I think 12 or 1 o'clock today. Alright, if everything goes well, I'll see you back in Singapore. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good afternoon. Have a good day ahead. Bye bye.